They're so fucking cool. Yes, the dance. Donuts? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyle, and I watch anime and all that good stuff. Today, we are watching episode 15 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End, and it's called Smells Like Trouble. I think at the end of episode 14, Frieren mentioned something like that, like this town is trouble or we're in trouble, something along those lines. So, what has been happening in the Frieren world? Where did we leave off? Oh, how could I forget? Himmel, in a flashback, I don't know, secretly proposed to Frieren. She didn't know. It was just like he was getting a gift for her for help completing a side quest, which is just the general idea of that is hilarious to me because I've said this before, this show is very kind of like D&D like, or, you know, any kind of fantasy world type stuff fused with anime. It's just, I love it so much. So anyway, he was buying her a ring. She picked the lotus ring. He knew what it meant. She didn't. He got down on one knee. It looked like she was surprised, but I don't think it was a surprise as like, oh, this guy's getting on one knee and he's proposing to me. It was like a surprise of like, what are you doing? Like on the ground. Like, can't you just like hand me the ring? And he like slides it on her finger. The music was epic. It was one of the best moments of the show. It was kind of out of left field for me, which I feel like I'm dense and somehow didn't see that coming. But, and it's cool that it has a parallel with the jewelry that Stark got for Fern. So just so much going on, so many kind of parallel things happening. And every time I see a flashback of the original party, I'm giddy with joy. I love those characters so much. Not that I don't like Fern, Stark, and Sein. I love those. I love the new party as well. Eisen is probably one of my favorite characters of the show, besides Frieren. And in the last episode, Frieren mentioned that this was when like the monster like brought them up in the sky, and Stark was like freaking out. He's like, I can't land from this height, you know, I'm not that, you know, crazy of a warrior or whatever. And Frieren was like, oh, well, Eisen can land from any height and not get hurt. And there's a flashback to Eisen literally just doing a fucking dome smash on the floor, not from a crazy height, but from like a cliff. And I just love Eisen. I love the dwarf character and his voice, like everything about him is just super cool. But we know Stark is an incredible warrior, so can't wait to see what he's capable of later. Maybe not falling from distances like his master, but doing other cool stuff. So I have no idea what this episode's about. Last one was kind of crazy with that moment with Himmel, and here we go. Episode 15. We're on our journey. Here we go! Oh. Everybody's always falling asleep on the wagon.
You three seem close, so how long have you been traveling together?
Oh.
Well, my travels with Mistress Frieren began 4 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say
I've known her
4.
longer.
It's been about a year for me.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Couple months for you. Right? Oh, God, I love this.
You know, there's still something this party lacks.
What?
Want to take a guess?
Let's see. We've got our front liner, a decent priest, and a near surplus of mages.
Could you mean a thief? Someone to outswindle the mimic she's always falling for?
A rogue.
When it comes to treasure chests, the reward always outweighs the risk.
Oh.
No. What we lack is something even more vital.
A
And
bard?
that's a nice-looking older lady. Most parties won't even leave town until they're found abroad. That's the way, or else you're vixenless like us.
Is that right?
Vixenless.
Come
Oh,
on, don't
boy.
forget about Frieren.
She's more of an elderly child than a lady.
She
So distraught.
is an
My
elderly
apologies.
child.
Hey! You can finally see the next village.
What an awkward conversation. Great. Look at our party. So happy we have a full party. Oh. I was just saying how happy I was, and here we are.
They're still breathing.
Yeah, same here.
A sleep
What's the
spell?
deal with this place? Why'd they all fall asleep?
I say we move along to the next village. This smells like trouble.
Even
there's
for
the
you,
quote.
that's cold.
I was only teasing.
A curse, no doubt.
I thought as much. What a headache.
It's very curse-like music.
This may sound dumb, but what even is a curse?
Among the spells utilized by monsters and demons are those that put people to sleep or turn them into stone. Those whose mysteries humankind is yet to unravel are what we call curses, a placeholder for the unknown.
Okay, got it.
Humanity's magic can't explain the principles behind them or how to lift them.
Does that mean it's already too late to save these people?
It is only the magic of man that faces such an impasse.
Not
The magic
elves.
of the goddess that priests use is a different story.
Ah,
Dispelling curses has long been the business of the clergy.
this is why we got him.
Well, Sein, suppose you can help them?
Sein. Okay, I
Don't
was
rush
saying
me.
sign.
I need to determine the type and source of this thing.
Okay. I like him a
I
lot.
thought magic was magic. What makes the goddesses so unique?
The magic of the goddess is recorded in holy scriptures, you see. Only those who own them can wield it.
I mean,
Much like
is
the
it...
demon's magic, the principles behind the bulk of it aren't understood. So it's not the sort of thing that holds my interest.
not really
Again,
understanding
It's
that.
incredibly difficult to use unless you're born with a certain knack. That same predisposition comes with an increased resistance to curses. It's what the faithful bunch call the blessing of the goddess. And it's the
Okay.
reason this sleepy spell won't affect our priest.
So not even a mage at your level can really defend against curses?
We mages can't detect them, let alone defend against them. Though I do feel that I am under attack for some reason. So I
Really?
can conclude that this place is still under the power of the curse.
My soul feels
Interesting.
itchy.
You can't just say scary things like that and expect me not to turn into a giant sniveling baby!
Oh boy, Stark.
This isn't a low-grade everyday spell we're dealing with here.
Can you
High
lift it
level.
or can't you?
I would need the right tools, honestly. It might be easier to take out the source than to treat its symptoms.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
It's
thing.
coming from a monster, and I know where it is. Let's go.
I like
Wow.
how you cut to the chase.
Let's fucking go.
Mistress Frieren! It's Mr. Stark.
No, 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 no.
That didn't take long.
He
Any
doesn't have
chance you can temporarily wake him?
a lot of resilience.
I told you I don't have the proper tools. As is, I could only keep him up for 5 seconds.
That's practically nothing.
Fuck.
In any case, it looks like we should hurry.
Man. Okay. Sein reminds me a little bit of Constantine, the movie Constantine. They're levitating along. Fern.
Fern's out cold too. So much for her taking a little break.
We've lost half of our manpower.
This is
Our
not
odds are
good.
starting to look grim. I put up a
Protection.
barrier. We'll hide them here for now.
Man, this is getting interesting. We only got half
We're
our
almost
party.
there. I can
Remember when I
sense
was
it.
happy we had a full party?
Good. Say, Sein, wake
She's-
me when the monster shows up.
Oh no,
I
Fern
don't want you
or
fighting that creature alone.
Frieren.
I promise you now that I shall defeat it.
Were you not listening? I can only give you...
Nope, she's done.
Frieren?
Sein, this is up to you, buddy.
In 5 seconds.
Okay.
So be it. I have battle magic too.
We're gonna see his potential. What Sein is capable of. What the fuck in jellyfish plant is that?
It's a subspecies of chaos flower.
Okay.
It must be feeding off the sleeping villagers. It'll sap their mana away until it kills them.
Let's go, baby.
Chaos flowers are known to merge with the local flora and branch off into new variations.
Where's its nucleus?
Almost mirror-like. Though they come in different shapes and sizes, they all have the same weak spot at their core. Three spears of the goddess!
Chills. Sein.
What was that about? I didn't think the blasted thing would reflect my magic. Unless I land a direct hit on the core. The leaves can deflect whatever I throw at it in any direction.
You need a distraction, Sein.
If I'm not careful, it could hit Frieren. Damn it! This can only get worse from here. Should I heed the elf's orders and wake her? She's the mage from the party of heroes. If a spell of hers were deflected, it would destroy not only the forest, but the entire village with it.
No. Solve this
only
yourself.
Have 5 seconds. That's not enough time to explain.
No.
As sharp as Frieren is, we haven't had time to develop any kind of shared trust or mutual understanding. I can't even get a read on her. What goes on in that ancient head?
A lot. Or not
That's
a
right.
lot.
You might find it hard to believe, but I can never tell what she's thinking. Shared trust is a luxury, as in it's not something adventurers need. Nothing has to be unspoken. I know this because my companion, Frieren, was terrible at cultivating mutual understanding.
Yeah.
Since intent couldn't be assured with a look or a touch, I decided I would trust her words. For example, she swore to us all that she would defeat the Demon King. Though it was a bold claim, I chose to believe her.
Trust her words, huh?
Trust it, baby. Time to wakey.
I don't want you fighting that creature on your own. I promise you now that I shall defeat it.
Okay.
That face didn't look ready to defeat anything.
Let's go.
Whatever happens, don't blame me! Awakening spell! Frieren! Only the core!
Blast it. Let's go. And this is our party. She's back to sleep. Oh, no,
Done.
she's...
Simple enough.
They're so fucking cool. Also, Sein,
Okay, well, this is new.
low-key co-MVP of the episode.
Thank you very much. I won't forget what you've done for us.
It's nothing. I can assure you we didn't do much, ma'am.
You're an adventurer
Hush
now,
now.
Sein.
I've never been happier to have my sleep disturbed.
Just his type.
I knew our flower was the type that reflects magic.
We're gonna have to
I
circle back on
recognized it
that,
the
Sein.
moment you woke me up.
There's no question that you're an incredible mage.
She
That might
is.
be the case, but you're the reason we made it out of there alive. Thank you very much, Sein.
Having a well-rounded party is a good idea.
Good boy.
Well, okay.
That lady from the village sure was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You're still on that. So that's 4-ish, huh?
Maybe
More
he'll see her
importantly, It's the
again.
midpoint in our journey to Oysterst.
We're
29
only
years.
halfway there. This really is a long journey.
Makes sense. We're on episode 15,
While we're
right?
here, let's drop in and replenish our supplies.
Mistress Frieren? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but our funds are...
Hey, you there.
What now?
Who is this?
That looks like a noble's carriage. Huh?
Excuse you! What is going on?
He has a good physique. His looks aren't bad either.
They're gonna
Get
recruit
in.
him.
I'll take you to my mansion.
Does anybody care to explain?
Nope. We need warriors. You're hired.
Who are you, lad?
The name is Stark.
Lord Ordon, sir, you cannot hold us without reason.
I need no introduction, I see.
This mansion is home to the Ordons, one of the 3 great families of the Northern Lands. Your grandfather, he was pushy too.
I don't know what nonsense you're trying to engage me in, but I'm
She's been around the
preoccupied
block.
at the moment. Stark and I need to have a word.
If you can talk to my warrior, you can talk to me.
Let's go.
Tell me, Stark, do you need your mommy's permission to have a conversation?
Come on, don't fight.
I have a job for you, and I will pay you well.
No, no chance. We're leaving, Stark.
Mistress Frieren.
We're a little short. If we want to go to magic shops, we need the job.
What's with a copper?
That's the remainder of our funds.
I suppose that at the very least we can hear you out.
Lucky me.
What's the interest in
So,
Stark?
Stark, from where do you hail?
I'm from a warrior village in the Klee region, sir.
I know the place. My family line originates from the very same region.
Really? They both have red hair? Does that guy have red hair?
My eldest son, Wirt. He is a hero of this city, and the heir to my title.
He looks like you, Mr. Stark.
He does.
Indeed he does. If we changed you and cleaned you up, only a close family member could discern the difference.
I have a feeling that's going to play into your job offer.
What's going on?
About a month ago now, we took a vast army of demons on head-to-head. My son lost his life on the battlefield. He and the enemy commander killed each other.
Really?
The only silver lining, if you could call it as much, is that it happened in a large-scale melee. Very few know he's dead. Gabel is aware, as well as some of my most trusted men.
Gabel. Who is Gabel? The silent
So what is it
assistant.
that you're planning to make Stark do?
Foresh is a powerful fortress city, a key player in this region's defense. Until we can rebuild the forces we lost, we can't allow morale to slip.
So you want to cover up your son's death until then?
Stark's got to be
3
a
months from
nobleman?
now, all of the area's most influential figures will gather at a soiree. We'll show them there that Wirt is alive and well.
Yes, the dance.
And our reward?
I will give you 10 Strahl gold coins.
That would be 3 meals a day for an entire year plus snacks.
Sweeten it with a grimoire.
You can have your pick of the library after our work is done.
One problem! I'm not your guy! Folks aren't gonna miss the big scar on my forehead.
The people believe Wirt is currently recovering from damage taken in combat. That's an honorable battle scar.
Mr. Stark, we need the money.
More pathetic.
Gabel, I leave the boys' etiquette training to you.
3 meals a day for a year, plus a grimoire. Oh my god, this is fucking great. He's teaching them to ride a horse. They couldn't have picked a funnier friggin' boy to pretend to be a nobleman. Oh, this is just... He's tired.
Mr. Stark, how is etiquette training coming along?
It's slowly killing me.
Oh.
What do you think?
Doesn't suit you.
Typical.
Wow.
Well, my lady,
I like
must
that.
get some air.
Oh, that's gonna happen in the future, and it's gonna be fucking glorious. I'm gonna cry.
Haven't I told you 100 times to call me father? You never know whose prying eyes could be upon us.
Aren't
Oh,
you
boy.
being a little bit cold? It's only been 2 months since your actual son passed away.
All that I've done has been in accordance with my son's final wishes. I even had another double prepared.
Really?
He didn't look as much like him as you do, though. Trust me, it's not as if I enjoy this cruel charade.
Yeah, I don't.
But it's
think
what
he
my
does.
son wanted. So cooperate, would you?
Yeah. Stark, see this one out.
You're not too big on the people skills, huh?
Who is this?
Stand tall. Don't shrink yourself, Moot.
Yes, father, of course.
His youngest?
That's my second son, Moot. Despite the fact he's to be my heir now, he shows little improvement.
Hey.
Then, of course, there's your brother. Our family's great shame.
Teach him. Teach him.
Having skill with a sword affects one's posture. I shall teach you the technique of the Ordon family. What's wrong?
Show him a thing or two, Stark.
It's all right. Take deep breaths. This isn't your village. You're safe to learn here.
I realize he's still a kid, but what do you think of Moot?
He doesn't have his brother's talent.
It's
But
not
he's
all
a
about
hard
talent.
worker.
Yes.
Time and effort are investments that always pay off. Once he's grown, he'll be a far stronger knight than I ever was.
Gotcha. You should really tell that to Moot instead of me.
I tell him all the time. Now it's gone to his head and he refuses to get better.
Oh, whoops.
That's a whole different kind of problem.
Huh? You're saying I have to learn all that etiquette
Makes
stuff
me
too?
happy, though.
Well, it is a soiree. Do you really expect a man of his age to attend such a function on his own?
Donuts?
I suppose his mommy could always escort him instead.
Good luck, Fern.
Oh, this is going to be rich. Oh, Lord. I'll take a donut, please. Oh, my God. Corsets. Oh. She's fucking just sitting reading grimoires. Ooh. Oh, and they're gonna... Oh, God, guys. The tension. The tension is building. First of all, our party is not
This
one...
past month has been nothing short of torture.
Yeah. It's probably something.
Anything for the money, right?
I'm sorry about all that.
Look at Stark. Look at him. How cute.
We've been practicing this for ages.
He
Might
looks
as
so
well.
handsome.
It still doesn't suit you, you know.
She still has her beret on, so that's nice. I'm literally acting like an anime character. You gotta admit, they're pretty cute together. Oh. Is this what people were like back in the day? Like, oh my goodness, the Lord and the Madame are dancing. Everyone's got eyes on them. They look so much more mature in these outfits. The animation is beautiful. Oh my God!
To dance as well?
I'd like to eat.
Fair enough.
I love those two.
If not for this damn injury, I would have been in the vanguard alongside him.
What's
Perhaps
wrong?
then Viert would still be with us.
Milord.
It looks like the soiree's wrapping up. You've completed your work with us. Gabel, see to it Frieren gets her reward.
Are we gonna refuse to accept it or something, or?
I've found you're far more powerful a warrior than you appear at first glance.
He
If
is.
you ever need a place to stay,
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't replace your son.
No.
of course you can't. No more than I could ever replace your father. But you
Wow.
don't have a home to return to. The warrior village of the Klee region was destroyed by demons.
He
I'm
knows.
certain of that much. My son and I parted ways in anger. All due to some petty argument.
Really?
I worked myself into a fit of rage and told him I never wanted to see his face again.
Well,
I
that's
didn't mean one bit of it.
the biggest mistake of your life.
When I first came upon you, I mistook you for a miracle.
Hmm.
That's all the more reason I can't stay here. I said things I didn't mean and parted in anger too. With the man who raised me. So now, my hope is to make things right by bringing him back stories of my travels.
You guys have to talk.
I wish you well.
I don't know what that says. Damn it.
Should I rule out Grimoire Y or Grimoire Z?
Mistress Frieren, you've been deciding for half a day. Distressing Mr. Gobel.
Please hurry.
Look, you drained the poor man's life force.
They say it'll still be some time before their troops are back to what they were. What's up?
They're in good hands.
Nothing. At the very least, he won't have to worry about his heir.
What is she gonna do? Oh. Thought she was in front of him.
Forgotten heroes.
They're forgotten heroes.
More like
Nobody
So
decrepit.
he's
knows
always
their
been lonely
names.
then.
Humans develop quickly.
He's a long-lived friend of mine.
Really? What is that about? There was no ending theme song there. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. What just happened? Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Number one, I love this show. I love that we have a full party. I love that Sein got a little bit of limelight there. And Stark it's tough. The rankings of my favorite characters kind of fluctuate. Obviously, I haven't gotten through the whole series, so I can't say definitively yet. But Stark is probably my number 3. First is, I think, Frieren. It's hard not to sometimes have the main character as your favorite. Right now, Frieren is my favorite character. She is an enigma. She's quirky. She's powerful. She's stoic. She's so many different things. Stark is, I think, third. I like Eisen. I want to know more about Eisen. He's not obviously in the main story per se, so it's tough to put him at number 2, but I just love him. I love him so much. I want to know so much more about him. And then Stark's right behind him. I'm sure by the end, Eisen will fall out of that, top 2 spot. But and then Sein. I really like his character. He reminds me of Constantine now that we kind of got a little bit of the explanation on curses versus spells and stuff like that. And it's just like some people are born with a little bit of an aptitude towards the goddess's favor and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of fate, but at the same time, he's genius level in that regards. And I don't know, he's just a badass, cool character. Hopefully he meets that older vixen lady later on down the line. That would be cute to like see him form a relationship with somebody, because he seems to really want it. So, and then we had Stark and the parallel of filling in the, I guess I don't know, I already forget his name, but the Lord's son's role, and then kind of, a little bit of the back and forth between like how he was brought up and the Lord knew about where he came from, and just what a wholesome episode. Started out with some action with the plant kind of monster, and then went into the realm of wholesome. Also, Fern got drugged into the charade that they had to play for the time being, and that was fun. And there's a lot of tension, a lot of subtleties between Fern and Stark, which is it's all fun and wholesome, and it's cute. So that's really, I guess, all I have to say about that. If they end up together, who knows? But everything I've seen so far has been very entertaining between those two. Also, kind of like the similarity between Himmel and Frieren, and then Stark and Fern with the down on one knee stuff was awesome. Glad that they showed Sein kind of in this episode flexing his muscles a little bit as a priest, because they you don't use the word genius lightly. So they said he was a genius priest before, and it's cool to know that he also knows some spells as well. So he is no slouch. The whole party is just stacked, just like the original party was stacked. And I feel like we're probably never gonna have too much problems. You know, I know Eisen on the first journey, he was very like weary of like somebody could die or whatever. I think they're always gonna figure it out. I don't know if any of the four are ever gonna be in danger, like serious danger of dying. If one of them dies though, man, that would be a curveball for sure. Okay, what else about this episode? I feel like there was a lot of like little bits of information in this episode, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love little side questy type episodes. Obviously, we're still headed north. Frieren was like ready to bounce. She was like, let's go. But then obviously they got paid and she got a grimoire, which that was quite the negotiation. She was like, okay, we'll take all that money and put a grimoire on it too. Why don't you? And I'm curious at the very, very end what grimoire she picked, because she was like looking at the party. She was looking at Fern, Stark, and Sein sitting over there, and then she made her choice on which grimoire she picked. So I wonder what spell was accompanied by that grimoire. We'll have to see. We're not close to the end yet, but I am just like, I don't want this show to end. I'm having such a blast. I hope you guys are too with these reactions. And as always, I love that anybody even gets to this point. So if you got to this point of the video, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And as always, I will see you guys in the next episode. Later.